Hello and welcome back. I really like to start with a cool shooting range. It's pretty cool. And it goes great with the whole Fallout 4 thing because it kind of looks like a vault or an underground bunker. Anyway, so today's video. Yesterday I decided to quit what I was doing, aka building a bunch of houses and shit. And I decided I wanted to explore the wasteland. I've heard that there's locations outside the map other than just for potential spoiler alert right here. There's a location you travel to outside the map for the storyline. I heard there are locations besides that one I wanted to go find. So here I am. I saved you guys all the BS bullshit about, with me walking between locations, so I kind of, you'll see this video clip here and there. Kind of just forced flash forward you through all the traveling. But here I am coming up close to the first location after I kill these rad scorpions. Just like my last video, I fucking love this sword. It is so awesome. So here we are at the first location. It says it's a destroyed nuclear reactor facility. Pretty freaking cool. There's not a whole lot out here. I mean, or at least at this location, there's just not much to it. There's this dead guy. You can't take anything off of him, which kind of bums me out. You can only take stuff from dead ghouls, but there's dead people here. They've got some cool clothes and stuff. Which, there's nothing. So I turned that switch on. Didn't do a damn thing, other than making some noise and some flashies. But, who knows? Here we go. Oh, by the way, if anybody at all can answer this question for me, I would much appreciate it. Kind of on the storyline, I started doing the storyline with the Brotherhood, or not the Brotherhood, but with the guys, the Minutemen. Thank you, Minutemen. I started doing the Minutemen, did a couple missions for the Brotherhood. I would really like to finish with the Minutemen. I've already screwed up my chances to do anything with the Railroad, which, by the way, if you want to do things with the Railroad, like get the really special gun, it looks like a Walther Peak P7. You really need to be careful about doing too far in the storyline. With any one faction, if you do Railroad too much, it cancels out the Brotherhood. If you do Brotherhood too much, it cancels out the Railroad. And the same goes for the Institute. Be mindful of that for those of you who haven't done the storyline yet. I think I'm about ready to just give up and finish the storyline. I really didn't want to finish it with the Brotherhood, but I might be stuck doing that. But back to what I'm doing. But oh, by the way, for the whole question, if you know of a way that you can finish with the Minutemen or with the Railroad instead of the Brotherhood, please let me know. I heard that if you do so many missions for the Minutemen, you can unlock 8 settlements. They're the ones where you clear them out, set the beacon, and then you can finish with them. I've done several. I don't know if it's been 8 or not, but so far nothing. Anyways, back to this. Back to the wasteland. Back to what we're doing here. Does anybody find this generally creepy like I do? The whole green smoke? When I'm in the Commonwealth and that shit comes on, I just sleep through it because that generally creeps me out. Really cool design by the editors for that. But anyways, so here we go. We're inside what potentially was a reactor at some point, and where we just scared a alpha deathclaw away. Here's another big round bubble. So when you're wandering the wasteland and you're walking around, I've got the X series body armor, or the power armor, and I've got the jetpack. That makes it extremely easy to get up really tall, like rock faces. Just so you know, it is definitely worth investing in, putting in. Jetpacks are sweet. But yeah, there you go. I got Nick Valentine with me. Cruising the wasteland. He's a good companion to have out here because rads don't affect him. And you don't have to use stim packs on him either, which saves me a lot of stim packs. I tell you what, between Piper and Kate and what's his name, Preston. God, I use more stim packs on them than I do myself. So I'm gonna go inside this bubble here. Bloop. Some busted up equipment, but other than that, there's really nothing in here. yeah, so I'm gonna use a Radaway and a stem pack to boost myself up real quick, and other than that, that is it for the slow part. And we're about to fast travel to the next little part. Here we go. This is a pretty cool location. The Forgotten Church. Now, at the end of this little clip right here, I will show on my map about where this is, but you can always Google it. If you have any questions about these locations, comment me, I'll tell you where they're at, or just Google them. I tried to get as many of the names in the recording as possible, so you guys could look that up if you wanted to. But Forgotten Church is pretty cool. I mean, this is the only thing here is this chest, but it's still kind of a cool place to see, you know. Potentially ground zero or close to it, and this is what's left of it. I was really hoping there'd be more to this location. Unfortunately, there really wasn't. Definitely glad this tree fell here, because it'd be really kind of a bitch to get in and out of this place without it. Yeah, I think I tried walking up this and I said screw it, I'm just gonna jetpack out of here. And I fly. There we go. Here's the steeple of the church. And another deathclaw. Oh, by the way, I watched a video and I was warned about this, and I'm warning you now. If you're gonna go exploring out in the wasteland, make sure you've got weapons, and make sure that you don't die easy, because you will run into a deathclaw, rad scorpion of various levels, if you will, legendary or not. This is an ordinary one. You're gonna run into these things all over the freaking place, so just be ready. The things I hate the most, the enemies I hate the most in this game, are the death claws more than the super mutants, not the regular super mutants, but the big gigantic ones. If you haven't run into those, I'm sorry for spoiling that, but they're fucking huge.
I've been told.
Make sure you've got the equipment you can to sustain yourself out here, because it's a dangerous place.
In the business.
I'm talking about a great boy, Chief.
Yeah, that was my cell phone, my bad. I got an email, yay! Anyway, so here we go. Now you can kind of see where I'm at on the outside of the map right there, the bottom left. That's where the church is. I'm gonna fast travel to a different location here in a second, and then we'll continue. We'll continue on a different portion of the Green Sea, or that's what it's called, yeah. Jetpack right up the mountain again. Like I said, jetpack comes in handy. It's awesome. Yeah, you can't go any further this way, unfortunately. That's a legit boundary. You really can't go any further. So here we are. We're gonna fast travel back to these points here, create our battle, and then we'll continue our walking on a different direction. Now we're going southeast, I believe, and boom, off the bat, another Deathclaw. And this is a legendary Deathclaw matriarch. His bark is worse than his bite, essentially. I'm gonna kill this guy pretty easy. I'm gonna use one of my favorite weapons for fighting anybody, essentially. And this rifle's good, but it's my sword. It is my revolutionary sword. I found it. I don't know quite where I found it, but it's got a chance. It does stun, and it's got a chance to, or the sword itself, 10% chance or 15% chance of disarming or dismembering a body limb off of a person. I use the attachment due to the armor bench, or the weapons bench. I use the electric shock. It's awesome because it has a chance to stun. So not only does the sword potentially cut limbs off ghouls and people, it stuns them. Like this Deathclaw right here. You hit them a few times, it stuns them, and you just keep going. And even if they you know, mutate back to full health, you just keep stunning them and just keep beating them down. It is definitely one of my favorite weapons. I was just brought onto the whole what was that little knife called? The some dude's knife. It starts with a P, I don't remember. It's a little Bowie knife, and it's got a chance of disarming or dismembering if you have really high sneak. I forget the name. Preston's blade, not Preston's blade. Something blade. Damn, I'm sorry. I sound like an idiot right now. Here's another location: Relay Tower, ODB 521. But if you find that blade, it's pretty good to have too. Still like my sword a little better. Let's see here. This is a little cool tower. I found 2 of these now. This is at the very bottom of the map, on the very edge of the territory of outside what the map shows as a boundary and what actually is a boundary. I found another one at the very, very, very top of the map, just east of damn, what's that called? Damn, give me a second. I'm gonna look it up on my phone while I'm talking on this video, because I sound like an idiot. I'm talking about these locations and I don't even got the name of them. So let me see here. Map. All locations. I'm googling this on my phone as we speak. So you saw the down fir tree bird. Another cool little location here. In this location that I'm coming up on, you see ahead of me, it's a little store with what looks like a giant bottle cap on top of it. It doesn't actually come up on your map, but it's there. So we fight this rad scorpion. Rat scorpions kind of suck. They're not my worst enemy, but they're certainly not my favorite either. Again, you just stun them, keep hitting them, and if they die, it is a dream come true. Okay, let's see. I think I've got a picture here of what I'm talking about. Where is that stupid thing? Location number 162. You know what's good? At the very top of the map, there's another radio tower, just like the one I found. God, I sound dumb. I hope you're still bearing with me here. This location is the inside of the store. Like I said, this doesn't actually pop up on your map. It's not something that when you're walking around, you can pick up on your radar. It doesn't show. You just have to find it. But it's got this entire underground parking structure, if you will, that, as you can see, is flooded out. And you're gonna find some ghouls down here, and also this big creature over here to my right. Once again, my favorite weapon to use is my sword, because I'm gonna chop this dude up in a little bit here in a second. Oh, hello. How are you? So my wife did some research for me. According to Bethesda and Fallout mythology, if you will, death claws were created after the Great War, but they weren't created by the radiation itself. Actually, scientists did tests in labs with a chameleon lizard, which is where the horns come from, and they did radioactive tests on lizards, and they actually created a death claw. So that's where they came from. They weren't just, like Godzilla, where they were just irradiated by a bunch of nuclear tests and came about naturally. No, they were lab creations. I thought that was pretty interesting. A little tip for you, a little bit of knowledge in case you didn't know. Let's see. Yeah, your basic stuff in here. I'm gonna go through this water a bit. I really need to get some kind of waiting music, so when I'm walking and I run out of shit to talk about, I can just play some music. You can comment if I sound like an idiot, it's alright. I take construction criticism well. And Nick's sitting back there like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So sorry about that gap in commentary. Apparently my editing software only allows me to do 15 minutes continuous of voice recording. So, I mean, Nick was happy. He finally got me to shut up for a few seconds. Yeah, so apologize for that break in there. I'm still new to this whole video editing thing. I don't know if you've watched, if you're watching my videos for the first time, or if you're one of my 8 subscribers. By the way, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. It's good to know that somebody actually watches these videos. I enjoy making them. That's really why I do it. I'm no Jenna Marbles or PewDiePie, or I'm never these big name people that has a million followers. And I'll never probably make any money from YouTube, but I enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. It gives me something to do. I really love YouTube in the aspect of, if I got a video game or if I got maintenance on my vehicles, anything I have a question about and I really want to see how to do it, somebody out there has made a video, and I love that. And so I think the reason I really started making videos is the stuff that I research. I'm not the only one that researches it, so I decided to make some videos of the stuff that I research. Like in one of my previous videos, how to build a tree house and then in a whole unit and move it into the tree. So I did a video on how to do that. But I'm still learning how to do this. I'm doing this with my PlayStation 4, so I'm recording my gameplay, and then I downloaded a video editing app on my PlayStation where I play the videos through, I chop it up, I add the voice commentary afterwards, like I'm doing right this second. For example, the gameplay that you're watching is actually gameplay I did last night, and here I am almost 20 some odd hours later actually adding the commentary to it. In fact, one of the videos I uploaded yesterday, I've recorded about 2 months ago. So, there's a little bit of information for you that you probably didn't need or care about, but there you go. Picking a master lock here. By the way, if you are beginning, if you're just starting out in the Fallout game, you've got a lot of stuff to look forward to. But lock picking, let me tell you what, get your lock picking up and get your ability to hack the terminal up as high as you can, as fast as you can. Okay, the cool thing about this game versus a Skyrim, for example, Bethesda also made Skyrim. Skyrim, you could only unlock a certain lock picking. Actually, I take that back. Skyrim was cool in the fact that you could pick any lock, no matter what level lock picking. It was just harder. In this one, you have to unlock the ability to pick locks that are higher than just novice. The same with hacking terminals. A novice terminal you can hack, but in order to unlock an advanced or an expert terminal, you have to physically unlock that. I put it to you, do it early on. That's really going to help you. It's really going to give you access to a lot more features in the game, and you put Nick on, okay? Or you get Nick as early as you can, and Nick can unlock any computer with the exception of a master computer, I believe. If you can unlock master, that's news to me. I just happen to unlock it myself, so I really don't utilize him all that much. The cave. Here we go, another location. This random fucking cave in the middle of the wasteland. Just weird, right? Walking in here. Actually, I don't think I actually even encountered any enemies other than some dead bodies. But what I was able to get my hands on, and I'm glad I had a companion like Nick, who actually doesn't need power armor himself, because look at right there. To my left is a full set of Raider power armor. Generally, when you kill a Raider in power armor, he falls to the ground and the armor is then inaccessible unless you pull the armor off of his body, but you don't get the underlining suit. This armor is standing up, there's nobody in it. So what am I about to do? Damn right, I'm gonna put Nick's ass in that body armor to take it home for me.
Hey.
And at first he says you can't do it, but you maneuver your person around a little bit and let him go at it.
This has been a pre-recorded message.
It's kind of ironic. It's a robot and a robot. It's like a candy wrapper almost. He's a question inside of an enigma. I don't know. Who's the real robot here? Him or the suit? I don't know. But then again, I guess that question comes down to, are you pro-sync or no? Those of you who've done the storyline, you'll get that question. You may laugh, you may not. I tend to tell a lot of stupid jokes. But they make me laugh, so that's all that counts. Alright, here we go. As you can see on my radar, I don't really have any locations ahead of me. There's a structure there, but there's really no location. Back that way was that, you can see it off in the distance with that tower I was at earlier. I'm just kind of making my way southwest, I believe. There was another location that you didn't get to see me walk past that I'm going to go find right now. It was this really cool looking thing. Here it is. So you got these structures to the left here. I don't know what these are or what they do. But as you can see, they're not actually on my map, on the radar. But that building, that pyramid is. And this thing is really cool. Yeah, you just walk up this stone pyramid in the middle of the freaking green sea, and bam, sentinel site, right? Look, there's a freaking nuke out front. But here's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm a gimmick, maybe I'm not, maybe I am, I don't know. I'm gonna open the door of this bad boy, and I want to end the video right here. Stay tuned for my next video to see what's inside this place. Thank you guys, keep watching, love ya.